Everybody has a chance to compete for a starting spot. You know, one of the nice things about wrestling is that you can come in right away, and if you're the best guy at your position, you're going to get to be the guy at that weight. Everybody comes into college wrestling with a different level of experience and different, talents and abilities, and it's my job as a coach to help them to really maximize their talent. I'm Andy Vogel, the head wrestling coach at Gettysburg College. We're looking for athletes that are both strong students and strong athletes. And we have a history of having athletes at the national tournament winning Centennial Conference championships. It's a big part of the Division III philosophy is the idea of the student athlete. So athletes interested in Gettysburg College have to understand that in addition to being top-notch wrestlers, they have to be able to get the job done in the classroom as well. You know, you're here to wrestle and to go to school. And the coaches and I really try to make sure that we keep track of every guy on the team so that our training and motivation can be tailored a little bit to what's going to help them be the most successful. So someone coming in here needs to be ready to get the job done in the classroom, but also understand that moving upwards a level from high school to college really involves a serious step up in intensity and the amount of time required, and the level of competition is just night and day between high school and college. So wrestlers that come in here really need to have a love for the sport. We start official practice in October, and we have about 4 or 5 weeks of training before we start to compete in November. And then we have a pretty intense tournament schedule for the next month and a half, up through the final exams. And then we come back a little early from Christmas break and train a couple times a day, getting ready for the rest of our season, where we start to get into our dual meets and some of our conference matches. If I look at the wrestlers on our team who've had success, they had the burning desire to be successful, but more than that, they really hated to lose. The mark of a champion wrestler and one who's going to do well is one who walks off the mat after a loss determined that that's never going to happen again. And my goal as a coach, and the goal of the other coaches here, is to help the wrestlers reach their fullest potential every time they go out on the match so that they're ready to go, so that they can have their hand raised at the end.